Welcome back to the channel. I've been playing a lot of 2 versus 2 recently, and I'm now ranked amongst the top 100 globally. I thought I'd share the match that got me into the top 100 since it was a bit of a milestone for me, and it was against some strong opposition. Let's begin. I'm offered some interesting choices at the start of the match. Quick supply with sledgehammer tanks and fangs is certainly tempting. However, I've been enjoying the marksman unit recently, so I choose the marksman specialist. At the beginning of round 1, I have 4 marksmen and 2 units of mustangs. Obviously, I'm going to need some chaff, so I spend my initial 200 credits on some crawlers. Now I need to create an opening formation. I decide to place my crawlers behind both towers. The mustangs are placed further back because I don't want them rushing into some arc lights and dying instantly. I spread the marksmen across the middle of the board about 5 tiles apart. This is a good spot for the marksmen as they can get assault tech and lead a main charge, or be given range and then just hang back. It all depends how these opening rounds go.
Round 1. Fight!
We lose round 1 and over 400 health points. At the start of round 2, I'm offered the strike specialist, which I take immediately. Should I decide to flank my opponent at some point, having this card will increase my chances of success. I have just 400 credits to spend during round 2, so I keep it simple. I spend 200 on a unit of mustangs. I then spend 100 on an additional marksman. Lastly, I spend 100 credits purchasing the level 1 defensive buff from the research center.
Round 2. Fight!
We win round 2 and hit the opponents for over 600 health points. At the start of round 3, there is a unit drop. I'm tempted by the Scorpions due to their high single-shot damage to tanks, balls, and giants. However, my opponent has none of these things. What my opponent does have is chaff and air units. In this situation, the Typhoon is the better choice. At this point, I purchase the increased range tech for my mustangs. The mustangs are a low health unit, and I want them to stay as far back as possible where they can remain safe. I also purchased 2 additional marksman units. I now have a strong early game composition. The Mustangs and Typhoons will clear the chaff, while the marksmen deliver high single-shot damage.
Round 3. Fight!
We win round 3 and hit the opponents for over 1,000 health points. At the start of round 4, I'm offered a choice of cards that don't really benefit me at this moment in time. I'm still considering the possibility of building scorpions, and so I pick up the Assault Scorpion card. But for now, I build an additional unit of Typhoons and place them next to my other tower. I then unlock and purchase 2 units of Wasps. Wasps can be extremely useful in a 2 versus 2 situation. I can deploy them on my opponent's flank, I can beacon them sideways to help out my teammate, but for now, I simply place them in a central position on the back line.
Round 4. Fight!
We win round 4 and hit our opponents for over 1,100 health points. At the start of round 5, I'm offered the Extended Range Marksman card. Obviously, I take it given how heavily invested I am in that particular unit. I first upgrade one of my Mustang units to level 3. This will now deliver a considerable amount of damage to my opponent's forces. Next, I move my Wasps onto my opponent's flank. I'm going to attempt to take down their tower, and if successful, that could win me the next round. I then build a 3rd unit of Typhoons. The Typhoon is just an excellent unit overall and worth the 300 credits. Lastly, I deploy a sentry missile in front of my opponent's Scorpion. This missile won't kill it, but it should stun it, thus limiting its ability to influence the round early on.
Round 5. Fight!
We win round 5 and hit our opponents for over 2,400 health points. At the start of round 6, I pick up the amplifying core module. I then get to work upgrading and repositioning my wasps. The last attempt at a flank was unsuccessful. The opponent directly across from me has too much anti-air, so I now unlock the mobile beacon and send my wasps to help my teammate. After upgrading several units, I unlock the homing missile tech for the Typhoons. The homing missile is the best piece of tech you can give the Typhoon, in my opinion. It has long range, it does a lot of damage, and it will continue to shoot at ground units, even when the main guns are targeting air. I spend my final 50 credits purchasing a temporary speed boost from the command center.
Round 6. Fight! Fatality.
I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. I apologize for the lack of 1 versus 1 content, but the 2 versus 2 mode has been a real breath of fresh air recently. The developers' decision to create a separate leaderboard for the 2 versus 2 mode was inspired. On that note, I've been looking for someone to partner up with when playing the 2 versus 2 mode. So if you're interested in playing some Mechabellum and grinding the leaderboards, send me a friend request on Discord. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.